I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. Because I feel like I look kind of crazy, but we're not done yet, so. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So if you're here, it's because you read the title and you're interested in seeing me recreate Doja Cat's e-girl makeup or beauty look. She did a video with Vogue like 2 months ago, and I've just been like trying to I guess do different type of content that I typically don't do. I've actually never filmed a video of me doing makeup in my bathroom, and I probably never will because it's so freaking hot in here. But I came across her video and I noticed I had most of the products she used, and I like the makeup style. And I also peeped that like the way she does things is completely different than how I do things, so I thought it would be kind of like different to like switch it up. So that's what we're doing today. We have a lot to do because this girl has a whole 10-step skincare routine, starting with cleanser. I like watched the video 3 times and took notes, but I'm also gonna like watch it while I'm doing this to make sure I do it right. But like the whole skincare part is like half the video. So I'm gonna take my Fresh Beauty Soy Face Cleanser and I'm gonna just cleanse my face, although my face is already clean. As far as skincare, I don't have any of the products she used at all. I have mainly all the makeup stuff, but she used pretty much like a skin cleanser, oil, sunscreen, pretty much like basic stuff. So I just pulled the products that I actually have, but I really want to do the whole skincare process just, you know, to see if it makes a difference in the makeup look. Wash my face. The next thing she does is take a powder exfoliant. I have this one by Dermalogica, and all you have to do is just grab it. I actually like powder exfoliants because it's like a powder, then you add water, it turns into like a paste, and you just exfoliate. This feels so good. I feel like if I spend as much time on my skincare before my makeup, the makeup better come out freaking flawless, okay? Because usually before makeup, I just wash my face and put on moisturizer. I keep it really simple. But this is like a whole process, so. Alright, so the next thing she does is apply a peel, but I actually don't own chemical peels. I try not to do too much to my skin, and if I gotta do too much, I just go and get a facial and let the professionals do it, because the last time I tried these little peel wipes, my skin broke out. I was like, you know what, this is exactly why I don't do these, so I'm gonna skip that. I wanna commit to this, but I'm also not gonna jeopardize the integrity of my skin for a video. So after that, she used witch hazel, and I actually have that. I like witch hazel. I know some people don't prefer it for their skin, but everyone's skin's different, and witch hazel just simply works for me. I have eczema, so witch hazel's always been like a product I've used in order to soothe my eczema. So I mean, I like witch hazel. Apparently it's not the best for your face, but everyone has different face, or everyone has a different face and different skin. So I'm gonna take a cotton pad and just witch hazel up my face. So the next thing she does is use the essence. This is the only thing I have that says essence on it. However, when I tried this before, it broke me out. And I don't know if it's because it's too oily, because it's like an olive oil line. I don't know. So I'm gonna use my Guidance to Glow Copter Complex Peptide, which is like the same texture as an essence. And I mean, I just like it. And she just did some drops on her face. From my memory, I think you can pat it in. Next, she followed up with a serum. I'm using my Guidance to Glow serum. This is a lot. I can never do this every single day. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see how the makeup comes out. I'll see. I mean, I'll obviously notice the difference since I've never done this. I've never done all this before doing makeup, so. If my makeup comes out like dramatically different as far as like how it feels and how long it lasts, and maybe I will do this, but this is a whole process. Next we have an eye cream. I'm gonna use my Guidance to Glow I think it's called, what do you call it? BrightnLift eye cream. We're finally moisturizing. I'm using my Kate Somerville moisturizer. This is the Power Cream. Although she moisturizes then sunscreen, I always thought you put sunscreen first, but okay, I guess it makes sense to put sunscreen after because it's like a shield. So that makes sense, I guess. more things. We sunscreen. I'm using this glow screen by Supergoop. And this is SPF 40. Last step, she puts a face oil. I'm using my Guidance to Glow face oil. And I want to say she just pressed that in, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look oily for a second. But she says that this will help with your foundation. I noticed that she didn't use a primer, so I don't know, maybe because you do all the skincare, you need a primer, but she didn't use a primer. Or moisturized. The next thing she does is take her sponge and like put like a cleansing oil in it. She squeezes the oil in and like runs it underneath the sink. I don't know why. Maybe it was to clean it, which in hindsight, this is a clean sponge, so I didn't need to do this, but I'm just following everything she did. All right, first thing she does is color correct using this Becca color corrector. This is the shade medium to deep. I think she's the shade lighter than this though, but I mean, obviously I can't use the shade she used because she's a little lighter than me. And then she blended that out with a sponge. Next, she takes a Fenty foundation, which I already have, of course. And she starts at her cheeks and then blends outwards. Okay, I don't know if I'm tripping, but as I'm blending my foundation out, I'm noticing that it's not covering the way it usually does. I mean, I use Fenty, so I know how it's supposed to cover. I don't know if it's because there's no primer in this routine or because I have too much moisture or oil. I don't know, but I can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not covering the way it usually does. You guys know the Fenty foundation, you know, is usually pretty matte and it's full coverage. Like, I've done 2 layers already and it's still not having that same coverage it usually does. So that's what I'm pointing out. I'm not complaining, I'm gonna finish the routine anyways, but I definitely peeped that. So next she takes this Fenty concealer. You guys already know I love this concealer. And she puts 2 lines under her eyes, a little one on her chin, and then like on her forehead and down her nose. And the 2 shades I used for the Fenty concealer is 330 and 320. It's weird though because 330 like is my skin tone, but 320 is like way lighter. So I mean, I don't know how those numbers work. But anyways, the next thing she does, take this Laura Mercier translucent powder, which you guys already know I have like a lifetime supply of that. I need to shake it to get some of it out. And then she takes it and she puts it on her cheek and blends it out. She doesn't go underneath her eye though. She puts it on her cheek and blends it out like that. But notice how I'm not going under my eye. And then I'm gonna take the side of the sponge that doesn't have makeup on, and she makes sure that the concealer has no creasing. Not setting it just yet, just make sure it's no creasing. And then she takes a fluffy brush and gets the powder and sets with that. And she puts like a pretty heavy layer of that on. Then she takes a fluffy foundation brush and like flicks it off. I mean, that looks pretty smooth. It's not what I would do, but then again, that's why I'm following her routine. That looks pretty good. It's definitely completely different than what I would typically do, but so far, outside of the foundation I really want to stick to my face, things are going pretty smooth. I still feel very hydrated. Then she takes a flat foundation brush and blends underneath her eye to make sure everything's set and I guess pressed and there's no creases. Never done this before. And then she says whatever powder's left in the top, just swirl it around the cheek and set the rest of your foundation. Then she puts the top back on. Ooh. Shakes it up. And now you have more powder. I actually didn't even know this until her video. I used to just bang it, but it's actually easier when you just close and shake it. I just never thought of doing that. So this is different too. I mean, I've done this before after bronzing, but never before, but she takes a lot of the powder on her sponge and pretty much like reverse contours. She didn't really specify how long she like left this on. She said she baked for how long? I'm gonna just brush it off. I don't think you need to leave it on that long for it to have the effect. If you leave it on too long, it's hard to brush it off. And you still got the effect. Okay, yeah, you don't need to bake that long. She then contours using Fenty bronzer. Bronze under her lip, which I never do, but apparently it creates a shadow. It does, cool. Then she contours under her chin, and then she contours her nose but starts in the brow. This is kind of hard because I mean I don't have that much space to play with, but she uses the same brush for the entire thing. So here's the part I'm waiting for. She takes Orgasm blush and brings that into her contour. Then she takes the blush, and you guys know I always put blush on my nose, but I never do it like this. And she puts it like under the eye area almost. I'm looking crazy right now, but she said it fades throughout the day, so it'll look fine later. Oh my god, I look kind of nuts. Did she blend that out? Hold on.
Sides. Bam. And what happens, it fades during the day. It doesn't look as pink, but I just work that into my face, and then I like to get a little bit on my lips.
Okay, she puts on her lips too. I'm confused because her blush 100% looks like Orgasm, but so like why doesn't it look like that on me? I don't know, but she takes the brush and puts it on her lids as well. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this, because I feel like I look kind of crazy, but we're not done yet, so I'm optimistic. And then she takes her bronzer and puts it on her eyes, on the outer crease area. I do this when I don't feel like doing eyeshadow. She then takes a liquid blush, and I'm gonna use this one by Pixie because it matched the color the best. And use a mirror, I don't want to mess this up. And she pats on her nose, she says. And then brings some onto her cheek. Guys, let's do the brows. She does her brows now. Oh my lord. Luckily we do our brows similar. She uses like a pretty dark, like black cream, and then just follows her shape. And she starts the end and then leaves the front kind of faded. So I already did my brows like that. So that should be pretty easy. I really hope this pulls this together. I think the most concerning thing, unless I missed it, I don't think she used setting spray. And usually when your makeup's kind of coming out a little questionable, setting spray would usually at least fix 80% of it. So if there's no setting spray, then I don't know what we're gonna do. But we just put lashes on and lips, so that might, I have hope still. I do. I'm gonna do my brows really fast. Okay, I did my brows. One thing she does not do, well at least I didn't see it, she didn't clean her brows up with concealer. So I didn't do it either, which is kind of really weird for me, but I think I did a decent job. And then she takes her Le Mercier powder, shakes it again, gets a brush, and this is something I've actually done before, maybe not to this degree. Yeah, not at all. I've set my brows before, but I've never like set them like this. But she takes powder and presses them over her brows, and she uses a lot, which kind of looks crazy. And random, but she gets a fan brush and flicks it off. Hey, what does she do after she flicks it? Because my brows look ashy.
Deletes there, start doing this little
kind
of bead.
Maybe that gets rid of the powder more?
After I do.
Okay. Looks better. I'm not mad at it. All right, she then puts mascara on, but I'm only doing my bottom lashes because if you guys haven't peeped, I ripped out my lash extensions, so like I barely have lashes at the top. Like you can't even see that. I ripped out a whole freaking gap. Like this eye was spared more than this one, but I ripped out my lashes. Cause I don't know, I was getting annoyed by a few of them falling out. I was like, you know what? This is too high maintenance for me. And I just pulled them out, and I mean, some of my real lashes went with it. And the only reason why I didn't get mad is because I've done this before. So, I mean, they'll go back. The first time I did it, I remember crying. I'm like, oh my God, now I don't have brows or lashes. But I have brows now, so I got microbladed, so I'm not completely screwed. All right, that looks good. We're not looking that bad. And ooh, okay. I told you guys to be optimistic with me, because before these brows, I was looking nuts. Okay, and if I wasn't looking nuts to you, I was looking nuts to me. I just said nuts a lot. All right, what do you do next? Next, she does something that I would typically never do anymore. I feel like I did this back in the day when this was like a thing, but she takes this Color FX liquid highlighter. She takes a little bit on her finger and puts on her nose and blends it out, because this does dry fast. I blended it out as best as I can, man. Come on. Thank God, she goes back over it with the blush. Just so it matches back. That doesn't look too bad. I do need to blend this out a little bit more though. Then she takes a cotton pad and makeup remover and removes like makeup for the inner lip. Then she takes this foundation brush and blends out her lip. I don't know why though. Then she takes the same evil liquid highlighter that I freaking hate. This is the shade Moonlight, by the way. Maybe I should have got a shade that was like more golden. But this is the shade, this looked like the shade she was using. And she highlights her cupid's bow. And she highlights her chin, which I used to do more often than I do now. I don't think I really do it too much now. Doesn't look bad though. Looks better than that highlighter. I usually never, ever put liquid highlighter on my cheeks, especially after I've already like set. No, like I mess up every single time. And then she brushes the blush into her lips. She then does a liner and she does a wing. I wouldn't call her wing dramatic, but I wouldn't call it natural either. Those wings look even to me. Yeah, those good. I mean, I think they're as identical as they're gonna get. She then adds more blush on the eyes. At this point, I am blushed out. And she adds it to her upper eye, or lid. Then she adds to her lower lash line. Which is interesting because I've never seen anyone do that. Next, she applies lashes, and she said like to apply like spaced out doll-like lashes, so I'm using Noelle by Huda Beauty. So she puts her lashes on with her hands, which I'm not a pro at, but I'm committed to the role. Isn't there a tweet saying that girls who apply their lashes with their hands can fight? I don't fight though. But maybe I can. I don't know it. Let me shut up. I've been flossing since freaking high school. We're looking more decent. Don't give on me just yet. Wow, the lashes definitely helped me because, man. Alright, lash glue is still drying. You see a little white right here. I'm just waiting for them to dry so I can press them. The next thing she does is put faux freckles. She has like this actual little faux freckle thing, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna use like an eyebrow pen. And I'm just gonna, so she does this thing where like she does them and then she like presses. I don't know what to say. She then takes a loose eyeshadow. She described it as like blue but like pink reflex, and so I have this with my Inglot number 120 that like is pretty much identical to that, and she puts that on her lids. So last step is taking like a mauve type pink liquid lipstick, but kind of glossy, and the closest thing I have to that is this Buxom like lip tint, and then I have this MAC lip lacquer. So I'm gonna use the lip tint first to see if it does or gives me the effect that she has. And if this doesn't work, I'll use lip lacquer. Okay, I'm gonna pat that in. I think this should work. She's supposed to look like you're not really wearing anything. And I think that's the effect it gives me. So what do you do next? Oh my god, Nisha's her hair next. Please can you set your makeup? Did she setting spray?
DOJAcat look. We did a little peacock moment on the eye and a little mermaid moment on the hair. And I hope you guys enjoyed.
There's no setting spray. Okay, I'm gonna let my hair down and maybe that'll make a difference, but there's no setting spray, guys. Oh shoot. Alright guys, this is the final look. I don't know what to say. Would I leave the house like this? Probably not. Does this look really good on her? Yes, which is probably why it's her routine and not mine. But I mean, I had a fun time filming this video only because, like, as you can see if you watch my videos, her makeup style while we use similar products is completely different than how I would ever do my makeup. But I mean, I don't think it looks too bad from afar. I mean, if I back up a little bit, it doesn't look bad. The blush is definitely faded a little bit, like she said. So I don't look that crazy, but yeah guys, I mean, I followed her routine and this is what I got. I followed everything step by step. So, I mean, I think it looks kind of cute. I mean, it's not my style of makeup. I mean, I love the blush on the nose. I would have left the highlight out though. But I don't know. But everything else is cool. My skin still feels really hydrated. You know, I just have to see what this looks like with setting spray. Alright guys, I could be delusional, but I think the setting spray made it look better. It just got rid of any like the powder that was sitting on top of my skin, because you guys know I put like a whole bunch of skincare on, so like everything layered, it's like there's no way it could all like penetrate, or maybe it did, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but it just felt like everything was just on top of my skin. So I think the setting spray definitely helped. Yeah, I mean, I see some mistakes, but you know what, it's okay. Because that's why makeup washes off. And I'm about to wash all this off right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this where I follow other people's makeup routines, I know this is like a trending thing, like I want to say like a year ago, 2 years ago. But I mean, I still think it's fun. And so if you guys want to see me follow someone else's routine, like maybe someone who does like wild makeup, like maybe like Rico Nasty or something like that, like let me know and I'll do it. Because I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, it's different. But like I said, makeup washes off. So I'm gonna do that right now. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, please subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave positive feedback down below or negative feedback if you have any. And I'll see you guys on Friday.